female who model respect and fairness, excellence and humility, and generosity and compassion.
Have you also got it?
Yeah.
That you also want to read it for us, the vision again?
To see businesses across the nation transformed by the Spirit of God to Christian leaders, both male and female, who model respect and fairness, excellence and humility, generosity and compassion.
Thanks, Pastor.
Thank you. One more person who else has got it.
To see businesses across the nation transformed by the Spirit of God through Christian leaders, both male and female, who model respect and fairness, excellence and humility, generosity and compassion.
Thank you. It's nice to have a lady's voice as well. All right, so just, I want you to let that, let's just think into your spirit. This is what we wanted to look like if we did it right. I'm going to quickly go and put the photos out there and ask one to help me. You guys grab a quick coffee, because we're going to need some energy. And then I'll go and set up outside, give me 5 minutes, and then I'll come back and we'll take it from Wi-Fi, but it's fine. You can, so 2-2, I want you to go and find a spot somewhere quietly to be here, but it's going to be too noisy if we're all here. So just go find a spot somewhere, share your 4 pictures and the idea behind why you chose the 4 pictures with your neighbor, and then the 2 of you pick 4 together and come back with that.
Out of that 8.
Yeah, so you're going to share, they're going to share, and then you're going to choose out of that the four pictures again together, based on what you shared, what I shared, and you're going to come back with 4 as a team. Okay, off you go. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. The 2 of you.
Cool. You can share.
Okay, so this picture stood out to me because it's like the storm's come, but the Joseph mandate is like a beacon where people can look and see there's hope, there's something. The sunflowers, I was just like, it's a field of sunflowers and they're all looking at the sun. So in a year's time we have a field of business leaders, Christian business leaders that are looking at Jesus. Fruit that in the year's time there's going to be fruit that other people can enjoy. So people will see what's happening in Joseph and David.
But it's not equal. Okay. Yes, but also I think
Their seed. So as they enjoy it, there's something that's planted in them that goes through. And in this one, the real relationship here, and there's passers-by, they're going to see there's something real here, what's going on there. They're looking like that's what we want.
Sure. I don't need to share that.
No.
People are going to find the love of Christ in this because we show it to them how it happens in the world. It's not something confined to a church where people think church. So we're going to carry love, the love of Christ through Joseph mandate. It's like the moth coming to the light. Because of the love will be the putting it. The integrity. And people will join this because currently in the world people are yearning for integrity. I see that although it's the scale, I see there's integrity in this one. There's people are yearning for men and women of integrity that they can follow. I see the Joseph mandate is given as that. Then in a year's time, we will have tested what we do, and we will be able to come and test the fruit. We will be able to come and test to see if there's fruit on the Joseph mandate, and to actually go to other people that are not in the circle today to say, okay, but what did the Joseph mandate bring you?
Yeah.
So we will be able to test.
Everything what I see, the whole
to give people the vision,
then I know that's
put them on the track. So
A reminder.
That's a reminder.
the Joseph mandate is just taking one place, and that's the kingdom.
This was the person that chose
There's
it.
one,
The reason why it spoke to me.
so that one speaks to me about the vision. So those two are
If we
definitely,
can get this.
for me, what I've seen together.
I mean, if Joseph mandate is a success,
So
this would have come through.
I'll
Definitely.
rather grab that one as the
As
fruit
a
for that
team,
one.
otherwise
Okay.
it would just be.
But we just have to speak about the testing.
There's a
That's been tested.
Yeah,
So
no,
the
no,
fruit, you
the
can
fruit
see
will
what
be
it
our
is.
picture,
Okay.
but we will do
Purely
that. We will
because
put that
it's
one
not
behind
Yeah.
us, because that's what
this.
we
It's
want to
based
test
on a
it.
group effort to take this
Yeah.
mandate forward. And
Because that's such an important one, the fruit.
hopefully
That's why I
it's going
test
Yeah.
on the fruit, because
grow
Well,
exponentially.
fruit is hard to test
So
something.
that
but,
just
but
as
people now are so
10,
focused
whatever,
on the fruit, they
exponential
forget
growth.
that the
But
reason
only
that there's
it
fruit
keeps it.
from Genesis is the seed is carried in the
That was the
fruit.
last one I
And
just.
people
This was
forget
the
the
second
seed.
one.
Yeah.
You said the
This one
seed.
spoke to me. I don't know why, but I just thought that, you know what,
Okay, so
what
those
spoke to
are-
me here was
These
maybe
two for me are
because I just
Oh,
there's the mommy
similar.
and here's the two sheep, and this sheep
Yeah.
is these ones are going to
This
automatically
is-
we
grow
actually-
up to
but we
be
actually
like
giving them
because of what
the
they
direction.
see.
When I saw you, because this one was the top of your pictures, I thought it's going to align with that one, because it's the lighthouse, it's the vision, it's the, but then you said, no, it's because it's a
So
storm.
here they spoke to
And
me
this is
about
the one that's going to
passing
save
it
us.
on to the next generation.
And also like with the outside.
Sorry, I'll get it back.
Yes.
No,
When
those
she's there.
definitely go
But at
together.
least
I
they
think this
close
one
to
and this
the-
one go
and
together.
like they know my mommy
Because
from that,
it's-
and I'm going
it's
to
the
be
love
just
that
like
is
that.
going
Just
to
pass it on. Okay?
See.
And then
In the people, that's to draw. That's what we want people to do. Do all of that. If you've got no love, you've got nothing. So so put love on top, because that's
and
the
also in its likeness.
that's the word
So
that's
these
going
two
to
was
describe
similar.
that.
But this
And then it's these
So these two are actually together as well,
They
because
are.
you said
They're
they
looking at
gravitate
the
to
sun.
the sun.
And it's
The sun,
and it's the
S-O-N.
Yes. And it's
you just go and play.
so yeah.
The family exercise. Thank you.
I would let's do this and let's do this. Because that speaks about you looking at the somebody's integrity, what we want to do proud about it, and the vision is that it's significant, but that's the path we
Because we actually had very close on the same.
Well, it should.
I love
It's the
this
vision.
one. I love this one.
This is the stuff.
But this or this
That's an easy one.
teamwork is obvious.
Listen.
See the vision.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, send the other ones back.
Can I get my chair back?
You can move this, Chad. It's not like, yo.
You're busy. So me and Wilson need to suggest each other.
Yeah, we can. Now it's time.
Don't be like that. Listen to your cousin.
Leave.
Your cousin.
He doesn't want to sit next to me and sit next to
Why don't you
me.
have
Cannot ask. I'm just having them so that you guys don't have to be subject to the pain of having one.
Oh.
You're
Taking
saving
one
us.
for the team.
You're saving us. You're saving us.
Just as an advert, these are from Glow. If it was Glow, then. Oh, you don't know where I'm
Because you want to be from Pretoria, you see, so you miss out on all the.
Well, they don't glow in Pretoria.
All right, so we've chatted, you've got your 4 pictures. Okay, so let's just see quickly. There's a team, you two. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take 2 teams. So these 2 teams, those 2 teams, and those 2 teams. You're going to go and share. So as you, for your team, you're going to represent your team and you're going to share your 4 pictures with them. They're going to share their 4 pictures. together as a team, we're going to come back with the pictures.
I think we need to split this team. We're never going to come to a compromise.
Always want to bully us, you know, they want to bully us.
No, it's easy. Just take the white one.
Yes.
No, we're joking, we're fine. We can split you up.
No, it's fine.
No, really, it doesn't matter.
No, we're good.
Two teams together, guys, spend some time, spend a little bit more time, because, you know, I want everybody to share their input, and together I want you guys to say, you know what, that makes more sense than ours, or together let's come up with something that's a combination of the two together. So can we do that?
Yeah.
Just so that you know, the church is open if you want to go sit inside there.
Fine, I left my water bottle on Thursday. Let me
Ask for your wives submit to us.
Are you going to start? Share the 4 pictures.
Which are the 4 that you selected?
Oh, we're supposed to select 4.
Yes, out of the 8 you need a 4.
Okay, we can go for 2, I think. We can.
So you guys
What have you discussed?
Take this 2. Okay, this one for me, said it represents writing a vision. As I'm seeing with the pen, I think whatever vision that we have, you must put down, just write it down. And then secondly, this one, you must take small steps to build towards that vision. It cannot be achieved overnight, just small steps towards achieving it. I think these are the 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I choose this one because it's sort of like seeing the world as like when it was before, so that you can plant more seeds to see it grow. And the reason that I choose this one is to see it growing to a bigger spiritual way, all over the place, all over the world.
Yeah.
You can represent this team.
No, I'll share these 2, you share those 2. So this one is just in a year's time that we will see the fruit, and people will be able to taste of the fruit, but realizing that the fruit has seed in it.
Wow.
So it's of course the ongoing reproduction of that. And in this one is that we are really going to see Christian business leaders have integrity. As they follow the example of Jesus, there's integrity there, so that the
Fairness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and on this side, we set the lighthouse. There's a storm coming, and people are in a storm at the moment. But this, following the vision is the lighthouse. The vision points us to the outcome, to Jesus Christ. In the midst of the storm, this vision, this Joseph mandate vision, is going to pull us through. And so that's why we selected that one. And this one is the love. In a year's time. So in a year's time, we will be able to go test the vision with the people, because the vision is what will pull them forward, not the person. And the love, we're going to test and see the love in the year's time as we grow in the communities because of the Joseph mandate, because of what is happening in. And it was interesting that our 4 pictures that we each had perfectly fit into, because that's the testing of the fruit. To test to see if the people has fruit, and this is the integrity with the people are like sunflowers. Joseph mandate will get them to focus on Christ. And this one is to passers-by seeing the relationship, the love, seeing the relationship, pulling into the love. And this is in the midst of the storm. The vision of Joseph mandate will focus people, and the vision to focus people on the Joseph mandate. So this is how. So in a year's time, we wrap it up. In a year's time, we will be able to test the fruit that the Joseph mandate has brought amongst the people. We will see the level of integrity rising in our communities due to the Joseph mandate having an impact, showing the love of Christ to others so that they can follow the vision. So this is our 4 that we can work together to find, to say, what are we going to say together?
We need 4 pictures now.
We need 4 between us. We need 4 pictures to say this is the story.
So I think, looking at this one where you're writing it down, that's that goes with the vision.
Oh, yeah.
That it will be a clear vision, so
Oh,
people
yes.
will clearly see that's why we're writing it down so that people can clearly see it. So I think it can go on this one. I don't know where we want to put it, but we'll put it on that one.
This one with the wheelbarrow with the work is plant. Plant, so that's to get to the fruit you have to first plant. To get to the fruit you have to plant. You have to make sure that we plant so that the mandate will go plant. In there, see your other picture.
Well, this one is the
Stepping stone. Okay, but that will fit in there. Add that one in there because it will fit in there. People will take the steps towards integrity, getting the integrity right, coming in line, taking the steps to bring their business practices in line. And
I think also love. I think love fits all over. Yeah, I think.
And as we love and whatever, that's the steps to build and whatever. So I think it fits in there. Absolutely. I think love encapsulates that.
cool. So I think we have our and what we do is we keep the pictures in there because in explaining that one, we show this is how we got together into that, into our story together.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we are ready.
Cool. Thank you. So we must appoint a spokesperson for this group.
I think.
Oh yeah.
They all come to you immediately.
No, but I think he does pretty well.
No, he'll make it
Because he goes
presentation.
back to
Yeah.
whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think.
All spokesperson. Thank you. You can give me those.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Put that.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Then we shall.
Thank you. That's good. Thank you for your
This is a quick
participation.
team.
There you go.
That's what it's about. It's just
It's working together and listening.
Yeah.
Because when you listen, you understand what we're saying, and then we can put it together.
Oh yes.
thank you.
You don't perhaps have any Preston.
You know, my second name is Daniel. So this guy is inspiring me to be more like a Daniel.
So why are you being a Daniel? We don't have any press stick or anything around here. I just used to put the pictures up on the final.
I will look. I can see they have been prestige on these walls, so I won't mind it.
Yeah, no, we don't really like press stick on the walls, but if we take it off quickly, if we take it off by the end of the
We'll put it
day.
on there. We'll put it on that board.
But I must first find, before I can promise anything.
If you can, if you can't, don't worry.
You know that when I met Philip, she was in clear cough away. And then she got pregnant with our second child, Denise. And 4 months into her pregnancy, she just couldn't stand cough.
Cool, man.
She hasn't had cough since then. But every time I look back at it now, she's like, what's been like
You see, like,
so that listen between them. Not from
There we go. Let me just chew on it.
You know, it's always the last place you look, huh? I didn't keep on looking after that,
Before you go look, just stop looking and then you go look.
Yes, that's
Then
it.
it's the first place you look, you will find it.
Yeah,
Because
that's
after
true.
you stop looking, you find it. So
Then
just,
it was the first place.
if you have to
and the
go
last
look, just stop. Okay, now stop. I'm done looking. Okay, then I go
place.
look. That was your testimony. You gave me, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing what you learn in these meetings today.
No, you do.
Stop and start.
It's different, you know.
But it's true, it can be overlooked, isn't it? You just see the news.
I think this is going to be the most interesting thing to hear what they're saying.
I'm scared.
I know, I'm just like, because that's been real discussions there, you know. Because we don't know if they fought before they came in as a couple, you know, on their way, yeah. And now they had to overlook these things to get to kingdom, you know.
There's enough pastors here to come.
There's a pastor with us, apparently. And he was not judgmental. You weren't judgmental, he was. He was shooting all our ideas down.
Like, why did you
Like Nicole did.
Because an iron sharpens iron.
Like I say, this is the opportunity we have in church for wives to discuss.
there's no name anymore, we all just, yeah, so there's no being selfless.
Josephine. Oh yeah, Josephine.
Let's just wait for our general.
And we weren't the last to come in, so you guys didn't have to come and call us. We managed to finish the task on time, hey?
The man knew that they had to.
How many years have you guys been married?
You see, 7 years, why I've got my own country.
10.
That's not
17.
that's not a lot.
And to us it feels like a mountain.
Every day is a year.
He's just bold because he's here.
Surrounded by pastors.
No, the thing
fellow
is,
pastors.
did you come in 2 separate cars? If you didn't, the way home is a very long year.
Just waiting for
General Mkwanazi
to come. In the meantime, you can pick a Joseph out of your team that's going to come share.
Would it be possible?
We want to put him in the pit to see if he can come out.
Kind of will, but yeah, as long as it's one voice, which is all. Not an explanation for each.
I tried to alert them to that, but
Each
each take advice.
That's fine.
That's fine, then we each speak, yes. Right, that's it.
Okay, so each team's going to come and share their vision
Yes.
for us, their dream of what it will look like if we do it right. And then together, there's 3 teams, we're going to pick 4.
Ooh.
Okay.
Tough.
Right.
How many teams are we? 3.
3 teams.
1, 2, 3. 3 teams.
Okay.
What's the reason?
Which
Which team
team?
do you belong to? My own team. I thought you were going to say team of Jesus.
Next time we will remember. Next time. We can test it.
It's rubbing off on me now.
So which team would like to go first?
Yeah, Team Daniel, yeah.
Okay, Team Daniel. Comes on.
That's why they ended up in the Lions
So let's listen to them and like, let's hear what their thoughts and the idea was.
Yeah.
And then remember again, bring it back to the vision, bring it back to the 4 values, the mission. And let's see what aligns the closest to that vision. That we want to be plain, simple, clear, that we can run with.
Cool. Thank you for the opportunity. We, the 2 of us each had our 4 pictures, and when we put them out on the chair, they absolutely super aligned to what we've seen without us being together while we picked it, because our story was to select what will it look like in a year from now. What's the thing that we will see in a year from now? I'm going to at random just grab one of these pictures, but I just want to say.
Don't stick them up, just share them.
Okay. We're not going to stick them up. Okay. So, first thing in a year from now, we will see the fruit, and we will be able to test the people to see the actual fruit. So, in a year from now, we will be able to go and see the fruit. But to have fruit, you have to start with the gardening, and this is the year. So the year of gardening, we will see the fruit after the year, so that we can test the fruit and know that the reason for the fruit is only but one thing: the seed in the fruit. It's not about the fruit; it's about the seed in the fruit. So first one that we will put up is the fruit, and say we want to test the fruit. Then our team that became the four of us. There's a picture of what they shared. Well, there were pictures of them there as well. But to write down the vision, to make sure that we go and convey the vision. Our other pictures was the vision to go and see that people, we will be able to ask people and they will know the vision. They will have the vision on their heart.
Not like
we found this morning, yeah. Not like we found
No, we
this
were
morning.
just shy.
Yeah, but you will all be. The moment that I said integrity, you all remember that integrity was one. And Pastor Oliver at the light tower and said, in the midst of the storm, because the year ahead we're in the midst of the storm. So by sharing the vision of the Joseph mandate, people will carry it on their heart, and they will grab the scriptures and write down the scriptures. So that will be our second picture. And then
He's confusing me now. I'm just saying, I saw 8 pictures already.
No, we're just tying it all together. That's what Daniel's doing. They're tying it all together.
You already have 8.
We did. He's speaking 4. He's got 4, but he's sharing more. Leave him. He's a pastor, man.
Okay, so the fruit. Okay.
Fruit.
He's showing you how he got to the picture.
Because I've got the lighthouse now in my mind. Okay, so not the lighthouse. This one. Okay.
So that picture talks about written.
The vision is. The lighthouse was showing us the vision. The tracks are showing us in the year we're going to use the track to point people to the vision. We're going to use the lighthouse in the storm to show people the Joseph mandate. But after a year,
But forget all that. Just remember the writing.
The writing of, yes.
So we have our complete. Sorry, man.
No.
I missed the plot.
You're a pastor. You've got always 7 points.
7 points.
Always.
Then the third one, the third picture.
Yes, thank you.
Exactly. All gone. This is now the picture. Okay. Love. In a year from now, we will see how the Joseph mandate has got the people to grow in love. To now all the other. If you go look at the values, love is the overarching value. The basket holding these. So we have the love.
Okay, I'm closing my eyes with this.
No, but Pastor Oliver.
Hold it closer to her so she can actually see
No,
it.
I'm closing my eyes and I'm just listening so I don't see these other pictures.
Okay. But he had an amazing picture when he put it down there to the other one. There's 2 people talking to one another in the passage. And he said sharing the love, sharing the vision, sharing the mandate. But there are 2 people that just walk past. They just accidentally, they just walk past. And in this year that we have, to get to the year, we're going to get to engage those people so that we all get into the love. And this is the picture from the other team depicting the same thing, getting people together get the world to come to see the love of Christ. So this will be the outcome in the year. And then our last one, okay, now you can watch again. This is a picture, okay? Integrity is to make sure that we have a year, we have an opportunity. If we say, what will it look like after a year? That means our window of opportunity is a year, and everything should be geared to what we're going to do for people to see the scales of justice, but we just use that as the image. Integrity, to get people to see that they should build integrity into their business, into their lives, into the way they conduct themselves with other people. And the Joseph mandate will help them with all the others in the guide to get to integrity. So getting there, we had a sunflower bed in there with the sunflowers turning their heads towards Christ every morning, and getting, if you have the word, if you every morning turn your head to the Father, you will. Integrity is what will grow, and from our team we have the steps. So we have a year of little steps that will build into people's lives integrity through the Joseph mandate. Okay.
So it's
going to be hard to top that.
And maybe, Donald, just quickly, in one word, in one sentence, see the fruit. So
see the fruit. In a year's time, we'll see the fruit of the Joseph mandate.
And written vision.
That's the vision on everyone's heart. But
people will be living it.
People will have it bogged down. It will be written. It will be
part of their character, part of their
integrity will be the outcome.
And integrity, scales, justice. People will know exactly what this stands for.
And the love of Christ will be the overarching basket.
So it's not a judgment, it's not a condemning people, it's not forcing fruit and forcing them, it's done in love. Cool, thank you. Okay, those are their 4 pictures, ignore the ones under.
Carl was in our team.
I'm going to summarize and you'll put your 4 there when you finished.
Yeah, it's hard to talk that. Some pastors, they are long-winded. I'm a straight shooter. So, we're going to start with this one. So, as a group, we had a discussion. It's a club. So, we had a discussion and we had an agreement. We presented our case, and the final judgment was decided that would have, in a year's time, would have spent enough time together with God to know everything about Joseph Monday. In a year's time, would have spent enough time to know everything. Then, in a year's time, would have built connections. You see, in that part, there is connection of different people in music, in in shopping, groceries, and all of that, and machines. So we'll have built connection with people in different spheres of life. Then, number 3, people will be able to tell, not go with the flow. So the blue fish here represent people turning from. Just because you enter into a corrupt space doesn't mean you have to join in and be corrupt. You need to stand out and turn away from that and have integrity as well. So you can embody the integrity there. Then the last one would have embodied the DNA of Christ. When Christ saw the multitude, he was moved with compassion. He said they were like sheep without a shepherd. So we would have built the DNA of Christ so that when we see situations, we don't have to say, we need a pastor to come and do this. But it will be something that is in our DNA to be able to do that. Then these are our 4 pictures.
Amen. Thank you. Let's just quickly summarize again. So, because the pictures show a year of working, of getting to know, of listening, of working through this thing, of spending time and really hearing what God wants. Being able to show people that Blue Bulls are winners.
No, it's not.
That was a good summary of what you said.
And if you are like the Free State Orange, anybody no, just showing people that there is a different way. We don't have to follow it. There is a different way. This one was?
Embodying the DNA of Jesus Christ.
The DNA of Jesus Christ. So the actual, that's cool. And then building connections. So connecting all over. It's not only like you said this morning, business people, but people that are of our Father's business. We are of our Father's business. So connecting all over, filling the country. Brilliant. Thank you. All right. The next group.
Only 4 pictures, huh?
Yeah, but we're all presenting.
Please get that.
So as a group, we decided that we're going to present individually, and also just to communicate, coming back to the values, what spoke to us as a team that we would like to see us achieve at the end.
What's your group's name?
No, we
We're never going to have an anthem and a dance and everything. We're so prepared.
So the first one will be the rose, obviously representing love, and then the notes, which is at the end we want to see that we're doing everything out of love. The notes represents from soul or spirit, and that we'll all be in sync and in harmony. Because when you hear that tune, it will be in sync and in harmony. Good. You can put it on that sheet like that.
Is it mine? Mine turn. Okay. Okay, so what I've got here is a picture of a flower.
You can't see it.
And on there, I'm coming. There's a bee. And that spoke to me a lot because, you know what, even coming here, I've asked God, you know, how will we go out there? How will we do this? And that spoke to me a lot because what this picture actually tells me is that it's, as we know, bees have to go from plant to plant to pollinate it in order for it to bear fruit or whatever it is. And what God has said to us, you know, with our mandate, we are basically this bee. You know, with the vision, the mission and everything that we have. And as we will be going, we will be reaching out to people, which are these flowers. So we will be pollinating them. And at the end of the day, once the pollination has been done, the seeds has been sown, obviously these people will bear those fruits. But it's up to us as these bees to go from plant to plant and to instill whatever we have into these plants for them to grow. And at the end of the day, once they've all been pollinated, then we will have a beautiful field at the end of the day which will bear us lots of fruit.
To BEE.
Okay, so I chose this picture.
And no second.
So the reason I chose this is because when we walked out, Carl said to us, he used the words, if this is successful in a year. So this was the first picture that spoke to me because I just felt like when Pastor Basil started and we started speaking, saying that we might need to travel to Limpopo, we might go to KZN, we're going to have 4 meetings, we're going to have this. It's sort of like, we don't know what this year is going to hold, but that doubt starts to creep in, like, am I going to have time to go? Am I going to have time to come to this? Am I going to be able to live out this fully? And I just, when I looked at this, I just felt like God saying to me that we don't know what the rest of this year is going to look like before we come. We don't know how it's going to play out, but we know who holds that year. And I just felt him saying to me, like Joseph, he gave him the coat of many colors. He's given us the winning hand. And if we, it's not about if this is successful at the end of in a year. It's if we use the winning hand that he's already given us, and we use it successfully, then yes, this will be a success in the end of the year.
Okay, and then this was the picture that spoke to me the most, okay? And why it spoke to me was, what I saw in this picture was a mummy sheep with her 2 lambs. And for me, this mandate that we're on, it's not just for this generation. It's for the future generations. What we need to build here is to be something that has to be taken forward. And mentorship and guidance, all of that is key. And then what also comes through is the rest of the sheep, which represents the rest of the world, is watching us. And they're watching to see how are we going to take this mandate forward. And what then it ties into is us, embodying the values, all 7 of them, while the rest of the world is watching us. How are we going to take this mandate forward and empower the next generation? Because it shouldn't end with us. That's what success would look like for me.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That's our name, Power Cup.
In summary, it's just a signifying unity and making music, a symphony, something that sounds good, that's flowing, brilliant. And then to be like the bee that goes touching all these different points, but when it touches, it takes something with it, but it leaves something behind that causes this thing to flourish, that pollinates, that at the end of the day, wherever we touch, there'll be a field of flowers, there'll be, it ties up with the fruit there. Nicely. And then to know that we already have the winning hand. I mean, the Joseph mandate is not a dream that comes from Pastor Basil, who had too much pizza the night before. It's something that the Lord is birthing. You know, all of the dreams, God's dream that He gave to Joseph was a dream, but at the end of the day, it orchestrated the salvation of nations, not only Israel, but other nations, the Egyptian nations. A lot of nations were saved because of the dream that God shared with Joseph, and together they worked it through. So to know that this is not, we don't have to doubt ever, because we have the winning hand. I don't know if you've seen people play poker, but they watch their facial expressions, and if you know you've got a winning hand, you've got a different look on your face, you've got a different way of speaking, a way of moving, because you know you have a winning hand. And then longevity, to know that this is, at the end of the year, is the beginning of the next phase and the next phase. And I know that in the beginning of my dream and my walk with the Lord, God showed me that my impact will not be on only one generation, but it will be to the next and the next and the next generation. Because we impact, but not talking about children's children, but talking about the person we impact and the people they impact. So not and a generation as in those people's children, but the people they influence. And the people they influence, and that also spreads to other generations. So this is going to be difficult, but what we want to do is we want to out of these pictures, and it's amazing how they do line up. But let's try and maybe pick 5, so that we cover all the areas. So if we get it right, out of that, if we think about the fruit one. And the bee goes together. And if you think about, I like the picture in my mind, and I don't want to influence you now, but I see this field of flowers that's a result of the bee, that's not the fruit. So it's difficult to see a field of fruits. Sometimes it's hidden by the leaves, but flowers. So the bee. So are you happy with to say that if we get this right by the end of the year, because and it's a little bit more than this, but what I like what you said here is that each fruit has a seed within it that also causes it to produce more fruit. So with the bee also, the bee goes around pollinating all over. I know with
but bees doing work as well.
Yes, and also know that not even necessarily work, just by being a bee, just going around doing your normal stuff, touching, you pollinating, or when you go there you touch, you pollinate. Yes, and at the end of the day the harvest happens, because there is a scripture somewhere that talks about us doing work and planting and whatever, but God is the one who plants. And so as we move around, we're going to look back and see a field of flowers that God caused to grow.
Because watering.
Yes, God is growing. But without the pollination, that wouldn't have happened. So we're happy with that. All right. So
there's some Prestic here if you want to pick the picture up.
Let's do that. Let's go to Prestic. Yes. Yours.
It's a generous. Very generous.
He needs to stick.
Alright, so let's see what else can we do?
I see connection of love. There's love here, there's
the music
one.
Flower.
Flower in this one.
And the DNA, the
DNA.
Christ,
Okay.
DNA of Christ.
Okay. So it kind of, how do we bring this story together to know that it's got to sound good. So it sounds good. People will want to hear more. The DNA speaks about living it. It's part of, you know, the love is just maybe the way, our attitude, humility, respect and fairness, generosity,
compassion.
But the
Yeah.
rose also represents love.
The rose
Ties
represents
love with
love,
music,
yeah.
symphony, doing
Yeah.
everything in love
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
Like if you play music on a sheet, you can't just go on your own. You have to follow
Yes.
the notes, and every note is there for a reason.
And in music, we always talk about, in our coachings here, we talk about a symphony of balance.
Yes.
Where different
One conductor,
instruments,
lots of players.
yes,
Yeah.
and different instruments feature differently, but together it creates a symphony. And then to make sure also that we remember the love part, because that's Jesus, that's why we do what we do, because not necessarily our love for our fellows, because it's difficult sometimes, but Jesus is love, God's love for all of his children. I was thinking about it the other day. I've got 4 children, and I would give a kidney for any one of my, in fact I'd give both my kidneys for any one of my children. But I won't necessarily give a kidney for the bigger robot who's sniffing glue, because he's not my child. If he was my child, maybe. But for God, that's also his child.
Yeah.
That's why he gave his life for that guy who we, you know, he sees them in the same light as we see our own children.
So those were the notes, Mr. One.
So when you see this, what does it say to you? Say,
Everything
In love.
The notes are the DNA, and it's
Yeah.
from the heart of God. God is love.
it's the structure,
Yeah.
it's the, can we have you with that?
Yeah.
Cool. There you go. We just
Your generous portion of
I've got
music.
it. Yeah, that's a video. Okay. What else? What do we see?
I think the integrity with that fish, with the blue bull.
The blue moon. I like how you pointed out the blue moon.
I really like this picture because
Also
for me
going
it also speaks
against
about
the-
the alternative.
Alternative.
It's taking the narrow road. And I also like this one because it talks about justice, but are they the same really, or are they saying 2 different things?
Diametrically opposed.
Yeah, when
That's
I
what
look at
Pastor
it,
said.
Same thing.
I think we should keep
I
that
think the
one.
fish-
That one should make
the
the
fish
one of the
spoke.
5.
Yeah.
Because of what he's saying, that the chosen mandate will help you to see that you not
Yes.
necessarily belong to
Yeah,
Christ.
in that
Yeah, but
Christ.
with the purpose, and being different is going to help us to actually achieve more.
Yes.
That's what Pastor was also saying. When
Yeah.
people come to work and they come to work because they want to work.
Because how many times have you heard people say to you, it's hopeless because everybody's corrupt?
Yes.
The whole of it, everybody's corrupt, and it's hopeless. And so we need to be able to show somebody that even if it's just one person going
Can make a
in the opposite
difference.
direction. I mean, this one general has stood up now. And look at the difference that it's made. And it's incredible. Even though he's also not lily white, you know,
Yeah.
completely innocent. But one person, yeah.
It's also obedience to the Spirit.
It ties into obedience, yeah.
Okay. So I'll pick this one.
Integrity.
See, the breast is getting smaller.
No, I was too generous the previous time.
Too generous.
Fortunately, we've got more than enough. What else? I think. So this one talks about connecting all over a network. So maybe it could.
I think we should have went with
that.
that one. Yeah. We should have went with the B because goes over.
Yeah, so this one also kind of speaks to that. So can I take this one out?
Yeah.
Okay. The vision goes with the DNA earlier, but it's also kind of its own, that it would bring about an actual change in
the
your
fairness
heart.
goes together.
And yeah,
It's
so
measured, it's measurable.
yes, it's got to be a definite. Like, we don't really want to play games. You know?
Yeah.
We want to know exactly what we stand for. It's like written. It's strong. It's got to be
Everyone
a strong
can run
kind
with
of,
it because you
yes.
know what it stands for.
You've made a choice, and this one is a little bit stronger in terms of what we stand for, what's going to be written down, what we're going to run with, and how we're going to measure you. Almost it speaks to the same. Which one?
Could you not also tie up to the top one?
The
Yes, time, because we need to use our
As in
time
doing-
wisely. Like, I mean, every day we're at work
Being
and
productive,
being
doing the right
productive,
thing,
but are we
doing
also leading others to Christ whilst doing that? I mean, I can still do my work, but by doing it with our core values, I can lead someone to Christ. Like, I mean, if someone's unfair and I accept it,
yes.
people will look at me and say, but everybody else is against it. How is this person not getting angry or not? And then, you know, so to use our time to achieve the mission and the
Yes.
vision.
Maybe I have a different perspective. I think the time ties with the lamb and the mummy there, because it requires time for you to embody that, to be able to pass it over. Because remember we said, I think we said with the
next
the next
generation over
yes,
time.
you understand. But for you to take it around, it needs to become you. And that requires time for you to really take it in. To a point where, like now, if you ask me anything about me, I don't have to think about it. Because I've spent enough time being me.
It's not fake.
You understand? Yeah.
That whole nurturing process takes time. With the limb.
Yeah, so it's not, but that's
No, I see it differently. I see like with the goal, like, you know, when you put together SMART goals, you've got time specific, it's measurable, is it attainable, is it, so for me, I think it ties into this more, as in our vision, and because you're writing down our vision, our mission, and our values. And at the end of the day, did we achieve it within the specified time? That's, so I think those two.
So the time could go with either one of those two. This one also kind of ties in with this again, by, you know, it's moving beyond us to the next generation, but I think this wouldn't be a picture that would represent these two. It ties in, but if we want to think of what we're saying, what are we saying?
Also, just by the progress from my end, like we said, we find ourselves every day in different areas. So where do we spend most of our time, and how effective are we? Are we going to have all those points written, you know, on the table of our hearts? Are we going to show that integrity within the space where we spend most of our time, which might be in your working environment? You spend a lot of time, but we know there's also a lot of corruption, because we're looking at businesses that we said wants to be godly.
Yeah.
So where do we spend most of our time there? So that is why I think if you take that and you put that into, say, where we are, you know, where we spend most of our time, are we going to carry those values within those areas, respective areas of where we are?
And if I see this picture, what it says to me is when we measured, at the end of the year, when we look back and we measured, the weight, the scales of justice, there's a proverb, I think, that talks about the scales, and when you measured or you found wanting.
Those who have scales
It's
that
deep,
are
that one is.
weighted heavier on the one side.
So again, for time, when we measured by the end of the year our time, and we come back and we report back at the end of the year, what's the Basil?
What does it
I just want to remind us of what Bert referred to on the day when he said you give your time to the things that you value.
Yes.
And I really sense that that reminder of time is the fact that unless we value the Joseph mandate, we're not going to give any time towards it at all. So I think it's very important for us to almost, can I say, I don't want to say contemplate, I want to say submit it to the Lord and say, Lord, am I placing value on the right things in my life and on the mandate of pollinating this across to others as well?
Yeah.
Can I maybe make a suggestion? I know we said we pick and fight.
Can't we go
Since time ties to all of them, can we have time there as a sort of overview of everything?
Yeah. Each of these pictures, so what we want to get to is a picture that represents what we're saying now.
Yes.
And the time talks about, I like that, it talks about your commitment and your personal decision is to say, you know what, I'm going to give, I'm going to commit, I'm going to give my time to this. Don't put it up just yet because we've got to choose a picture that says everything. So when you see that picture, it must be plain and simple, and you must run with it.
Can I just say something? I was also one of the last ones to come up for when the call was made. And what spoke to me when I sat there in the chair and I was being disobedient, I was busy in my mind going, you don't have the time, you don't have the time. So I have to also with what Pastor Basil is saying, what spoke to me, what was the turning point in my decision was what Pastor Basil did say. Evaluate, we all have the same amount of time, but you need to evaluate what you value, you will make time for. And that was the deciding factor for me.
So that message that's giving is actually almost separate from this.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a standalone. So this message is actually a challenge to each one of us to
It's like
say,
a daily challenge.
To keep us in check.
guys, we've committed to be part of the board. I've committed to this and I'm not going to give it time. There's a guy that I interviewed that he owns waste plants, one of the biggest waste companies in South Africa. He's a billionaire.
That's low.
Yeah, Lawrence, yeah.
I work for him.
And he said that when he was struggling in his business, incidentally, he was mentored by Raymond Ackerman as well. And he said when he struggled in his business, he had this conviction to give control of his business over to God, to give his business up 51% shareholding to the board. And he set up structures that he did that. And then his question was, he said, imagine if I came to you and I said to you, I want to be a partner in your business, but I want controlling share of the business. I want 51% of the business. And for that, I will give you time every morning. You can spend time with me every morning and I will teach you and I'll help you and I'll show you exactly what to do. Every morning I'm available for you. I have unlimited resources. Whatever you need in your business, I can give you. Money, whatever. I could set up a meeting for you with anybody you like. You tell me who you want to meet, I'll set up that meeting and you can go and see them for business. And I will give you whatever resources you need. He said, who wouldn't jump at that? And then out of that he said, but his commitment was that so every morning 5 o'clock, he commits that time to spend. And he gave his family permission to hold him accountable. So if he overslept or if he was too lazy, his daughter would come to him and say, what happened to your 5 o'clock meeting this morning? And he said that they held him accountable. So this will maybe hold us accountable to say, okay, well, you know what, it's not like, I know with me I get distracted, so sometimes you get so busy with other stuff, but maybe this would just remind us again that we've agreed to this, so let's give it time.
I think this ties into all of our values. all of our time needs to embody integrity, excellence, humility.
So if we get it right, we would have put in the time. We're not going to have a year fast and we say, oh, we never got round to that. Oh, if only, what happened to our quarterly meeting? What happened to our annual one? So can we put it up as it's on its
I
own?
think by now we cannot wait for you to put that on.
Okay, let's choose another one. This one I think can kind of go with this already. So can I take it out of the run? We've got the winning hand. So
that has to be there.
inside ourselves, we know that we've got a winning hand. Without showing anybody anything, we know that what we do is because it's written on our hearts. And
we'll measure it in the end.
yeah, so they don't have to go together.
Yeah.
It can be separate as well. The winning hand, the written on our hearts.
I also like the winning hand because when Ursh showed me that was a picture, I said that it's it's so like when you see that picture, you just think it's wrong. Gambling is wrong. You automatically start condemning it.
Yeah.
But the message behind it is what comes through strongly. God has given us everything.
That is an important point that you're making here. We've just got to be a little bit mindful in terms of somebody seeing this, not knowing the story.
Oh yeah, true.
So when we do work this, I'm going to give you a document that
It's detailed in the photo in.
Oh.
and so you might share that with people, you might not, but people will see that they might see that document. So do we want this to be?
We will have to defend the picture
Yes.
if we add the picture in. So therefore, we should not add the picture.
But we are going to go into places that is going to be, so we can't also then.
We can
It can be defended.
but there will be a time where you might not, where the picture might be spread without someone defending it.
Defending it. I hear you.
Different readers translate things differently.
Yeah.
The picture will be lost in translation.
Yeah.
Do they say the same thing here? Because this is written, so maybe in your heart, it's written. We know that we have the winning hand. We know that this is of God. We know that our way, our values, our belief system, our dream that God's given us, the whole chosen mandate, it's written. It's inside of us. It's not something that, we know that
Can also be our
the end
end
from
is
the
already
beginning.
written. As you're saying it, yes. Yes.
I think also, you don't have to bluff. If it's written on your heart, you're not bluffing.
Yeah.
Anything.
There's a scripture that talks about in judgment day to stand with confidence in front of the judge. Now, this is not related, but you can only go in confidence before a judge if you know you're innocent, but you also know there's enough evidence to prove your innocence. So when we go out with the Joseph mandate, we know what to win. We know that God can turn this around. We know that there's a viewpoint in the church that I've often heard people saying. They would say that these are the end times and things must get worse before Jesus comes to save us from that. And I battle to buy into that because I don't want to accept that. I still am hopeful and I believe it can get better and I believe we can turn it around. When Jesus comes back for his bride, who wants to come back for a bride that's old and dilapidated and battered? And if you think about when you got married, imagine you nice and young and he has a wife and she's like 98 and she's old and battered. I think I'd have second thoughts of going to the chapel that morning. So when Jesus comes back, he's coming back to find a bride that's ready, that's prepared, that's what, I don't know, makeup on, whatever brides are. You know why brides are dressed in white? So that they match the other kitchen appliances.
Yeah, this is now where you have to forget this one.
I get that picture.
You have convinced us.
Yeah, but I think the winning hand is the word God has spoken.
Yes.
That's what makes us win. So it's
So
we know what it is.
We know we've got the winning. So when you see this picture, think that hand, that card, those cards you got, and you know what? You're going to win this game. Okay, so we still have this one here, and this is a very strong picture. And this is the picture that talks about there's got to be justice, righteousness has to prevail. When you see what's happening in the world now, there's this righteous anger that happens when you see wrong stuff. When you see corruption winning. When you see the amount of, I mean, it's actually shocking. I heard a report on our military the other day. Now, our military in South Africa, we've got one general in the army for every 400 troops. So 400 troops, one general. General earns a salary of between 1.6 and 1.9 million rand a year, a general. We've got one for every 400 troops. And our troops are around 70% of them are unfit for duty. You know, they can't jump over the wall down the road when they run. They can't do that. So we've got one general getting paid 1.6 million for every. The American army has got one general for every 3,500 troops. And look at
those troops are fit.
They're fit for duty. They are fit for duty. And I hear stuff like that, and I hear bigger, and that's all about money. So the entire military budget goes towards salaries. Those guys that are in place, those generals are all family and friends that became. In the police force, I heard the other day, this inquest that's coming out now, the general was talking about the previous commissioner of police, who, the minute they stepped into position, appointed over 100 people from their own family, appointed in senior positions in the police force. Sure. Just appointed them. Job for you. Fat salary, That's why it's not working. So those things make me angry. So we've got to bring back this righteousness, justice. So does it fit in some way? Is it a standalone? Do we want the picture?
Yes, right. Because I think at the end of the day, we also looking at that picture, we will also need to measure ourselves individually based on this to see if we have reached our goals and the targets that we have set. So I think it is important for us to have it on there.
Because when you see this, it's nice. It's all nice and fluffy and wonderful and kumbaya. But Jesus, he planted the whip. You know, there was a time where he said, this is not right. Now, I don't believe Jesus whipped the people in the church. But he needed to chase the animals out. So he made the whip, he threw the tails over because they were trading with animals and all kinds of stuff in there. So he didn't whip the people. I don't think he would have done that. I mean, if he did, he would have gone to jail for that and he would have been accused of abusing people and all that. Because I don't think he whipped the people. But I think he did chase the animals. That's why he whipped the neighbors.
Not physically. He did whip them, though, in line a couple of times.
But sometimes they need whips.
Yeah.
With his words, but also to show that, you know what, our God is a righteous God. He's a just God. He's a fair God. He puts certain things in place, and best we remember that this Joseph man, it's not another kumbaya nice come to church and it's just hug each other thing. So you're happy with that? Yeah. Okay, we're going to do one quick.
Right?
Yeah, it's actually it is a statue, but it represents the justice. Lady justice. Yeah.
Lady justice.
Yes. We're going to do one exercise now, and I want you to go and pick again 4 photos, and I'm going to put these ones back there. This time, in your mind, I want you to think of what's going to stop us from doing this? What's going to get in the way? What could possibly get in the way?
Why don't
from
you
us
just
doing
give
that?
back those photos that they put in the Bibles?
So I'm going to quickly put these out. So think about it. If we get it wrong, and you're going to come back with your 4 pictures, each one their own 4 pictures, but you're going to share in your groups of 4. And then in your groups of 4, we're going to come back and share as a group 4 pictures together.
Only 4.
Yes.
The same vision.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what's going to stop us from getting this right in a year? If we know now what we want this to look like in a year from now. If we get it right in a year from now, this would be the picture. What's going to prevent us from doing that? What's going to get in the way? What do we? It's going to frustrate us from making that. Okay. So can you quickly put these out?
I remember under the survey.
I like
You already go with the mindset that is already decided.
So what's the first one to be? This is the one that always got the always got.
But she must
We
say
have a
no.
square one,
She must say
similar.
no.
It's not blue, but we have a square one.
She was already decided for you guys.
Square one.
You guys can send the pulpit. So that works. How to?
Are you happy?
I'm excited.
So you see it going somewhere.
You know, as certain triggers are pulled, I mean, it's like just firing up in the heart even more. You know, that thing
Yeah.
really caused me to buzz.
When I heard that, it's like,
Yeah, that's amazing.
and that one.
They're all, I mean, they're all.
It's just amazing how
This to
they-
me is just, it's actually the embodiment of the whole thing. That
That's the reason.
balance of justice and stuff.
It's just amazing when we talk about B now and we say BEE. For everyone, it's got a total different context.
Yeah.
And we see the impact that had in our lives. And it's all negative, nothing positive in it.
Yes.
There's not a person here that will have anything good to say about BEE.
No, nobody.
That's great. I'm going to
There's
my 4
also
pictures.
these guys down the road here, Honeycomb. I don't know if you've seen that business. You drive down towards North Meadsby, it's got glass, their fence is glass, got glass panels on the fence. Honeycomb, the roof is round like that. Incredible building. Just past that coffee shop, just past it. Now that guy who owns that white guy, him and his brother works for him, all these youngsters, white, all white. They're a BE verification agency. That guy made so much money. His bicycle, his house was cost him $1 million. He bought the same bicycle for his brother. His brother won the 94.7. He sponsored him $1 million for his brother's bicycle. The cars that he drives. They made all that money. So here, where's the
Where's the B?
purpose thing?
I like that BEE.
The B. To be or not to be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So guys, sit in your groups of 4 and in your groups of 6 and just share and come up with the 4 pictures. Where did you guys sit here?
We were sitting on someone's
Okay.
Yeah, go there, wherever you were with your group.
Awesome person, huh?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Cycles and all.
Yeah, it was incredible. He's an incredible guy. Make sure I get you out of here before 11, but we will.
Before 12.
Before 12, yeah.
I'm out of here about 12:05, and I'm back at now. I have to be out of here by 12, 12:05. You know, because they closed our highway at 1. I need to get off it on the other side before I go.
So, do they close all the on-ramps, and if you're still on the highway, will they close it?
They allow you to go
off
to the end. So
Whenever
if I'm
you
on, I will be able to go off. So I'll be okay. If I leave at 12:30, I'll still be okay because I will be able to get onto the highway.
Just whatever you do, where the traffic lights are, don't skip that traffic.
No,
Just
I don't
stop.
Which will be that you have the access?
They're on the corner of High and Great North, so where that thatched roof church is, there. That's the main intersection.
Sorry, man. Okay, we strike a blank. We strike a blank. I had that one in sessions like this. I had that one on the table a number of times. You strike a blank. And if you put the pictures out and people go by, you'll see they
just see what I did turn it. I thought it was the wrong way around. That's very profound. I was like,
strike a blank. Good. But you just put your pictures. Sorry, I'll just do this. Just put your 4 pictures out there as well.
4 of mine.
yeah, put it in there.
Money or the lack of money?
Lack of money.
Okay. Good. Okay. What do you see? What's going to stop us from doing this?
I think this one is telling me we need to do stuff as a team and not do it like separately in life.
Cool.
Going out to the world to preach it and not just keeping it to ourselves. And then having ideas together makes it better as way to have it alone and not just put it in a book and forgetting about it. And then to grow it, that it becomes more powerful, and then when it gets there.
Lack of money can really be a challenge, being childish among the team if there's no maturity. This one I'm not sure, but this writing I cannot read. Inability to read, if you can't read, and then maybe I would say poor relationship, if we can connect correct. So those are the 4 for me.
Yeah, for me, this one, we can have all the right stuff, but if no one's going to pick it up and start playing the instrument, if no one's going to start to do something about it, nothing's going to happen. This one, it's a hard road ahead, so discouragement can keep us actually reaching the goal. This one, if we actually don't do anything, we've got all this stuff, but unless something actually happens, it's not going to happen. And then we need people, we need each other, and if no one shows up, then it's not going to happen.
Sure. Okay. My 4 is what's going to stop us if we start nitpicking and want everything to be ready and right perfectly before we can start. We have every little thing and waste time on the little things instead of on the vision, so that the small will keep us. If we want to go to the measure everything before the time instead of going and doing, so over measuring, over everything, over making sure everything is perfect. And then that one is to start and looking for authorization and authority to come in line with what we do, where we're at. So sometimes you just have to grab it and go, and not wait for all the things to be right and in place. And sometimes we get bogged down in the nitty-gritty. We want it to be in line and perfectly, and we want all authorizations. If that's what can stop us, and that will lead us to not doing anything but going to the beach and enjoying relaxing.
What's wrong with the board meeting?
Continue.
What's wrong with having board meetings?
If we get lost in all the stuff, we will say let's rather go and
being distracted
and give way to that. So that's So we have to pick 4 from this. So I like this one on discouragement. So that's a good one for me personally. I like this one. It immediately talked to me when you said depicting. I didn't see that as the discouragement because it's hard. It depicts hard. So I think discouragement can stop us. I like the teamwork. If we don't go to teamwork, we will be in serious trouble.
Because unless there's people, you need a teamwork.
So I like that one as well. And I like the one if there's no money. But if we go focus this thing on money, there have to be money before we can do. That's going to be a problem because we don't need money to do this.
I think if we focus on money, that's the issue. But a lot of this can happen without money. It's
totally
just doing what you're doing every day and whatever.
Because
but the money
if we
can
wait
be
before there's some money, then we're not going to start doing this at all. So I like that one for the fact that that we do. But I also like that one for not being childish, because that's working against being a team. Because the moment that I'm a team, I'm not childish.
Fall under here.
Well,
it's part of it.
It's part of it.
We can discuss it as we go along.
So that's just my pick from this, what I say. So.
What is the remainder of this picture?
Well, if nothing actually happens, we hit a blank, we just don't do anything.
Oh, this
we overwhelmed.
So we just don't.
Pull a blank.
I think distractions will keep us from getting that. So, but we can be distracted by the nitty-gritty. We can be distracted.
You have to have it in print. You have to have something to present. You have to have. We shouldn't wait on stuff. So that's why I've given that one. To not fall into the nitty-gritty. Cool. From this, which 4 would you pick?
I think this teamwork is a big one. If we focus on the money and that, we'll not get it done. If we allow ourselves to be discouraged, we won't get it done. And if we are distracted by all things, we won't
having board meetings.
I've
used that one before for a board meeting, so I know exactly where you come from. Let's have a board meeting. Okay? So we say you're going to use that one, you're going to use that one, you're going to use that one. So those are 3 of our pictures already. So what's going to be our 4th picture? I like this one. If someone must actually take it up and pick. Pick the guitar, otherwise it's not going to happen.
But I think it also goes in
the team. I like this one.
Because you need to.
Okay.
You're wondering
I think the distractions are very distracted with a lot of different things. Pursuing this, pursuing that, beginning and not following our vision.
So we go with those 4. That's our 4.
So let's take it easy like that.
It's not telling the story.
It's not telling the story again.
It's like they're playing documents.
Persistent Nicole has a problem with it.
They don't deserve a story. They not deserve a story.
Once upon a time.
We just give them the final fact.
Once upon a time, there were 16 cards. Along came the big pebble.
It's like once when you measure the cards, the right ones, you have to.
Thank you, guys.
And Nicole said, I will huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your cards away.
All cards disappeared.
Will you be our spokesperson this time?
I think when I recall, he said each and everyone must go and make a presentation.
No?
Will you speak, please?
Did I hear correctly?
No, you didn't hear correctly.
Oh.
No, I don't know what he said.
I thought he said each must go for all of us, each one must make a presentation. Okay, but it's fine, I'll go. Just remind me, it's money discouragement, but we don't focus too much on it if we don't have teamwork. And if we don't have teamwork, just focus on personal agendas, then we'll be
Yeah, be distracted. And we're not sticking to the vision.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave so you guys don't give me any work.
Behind the camera. I'm good behind the camera. It's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Happy place.
Yeah, my happy place.
Cool, man.
You know, the first shall be the last.
The last.
I know why you were. I know why you did.
I don't know when you were first, but you lost again.
Hey, it's those wheels on your shirt.
And these are runners.
No,
Daniel,
we
these are runners telling us nonsense like this.
I can't see you on Wednesday.
We know they don't believe it. Why do you believe it extra racist if you believe that? If he believes what he just said, even you, why do you even bother answering racist?
We are long distance runners.
Which team wants
We
to go
aim
first?
for a longer distance.
The last team that came in last.
Let the last go first.
Yes, let the last go first.
That's not how we started.
Guys, the idea is for you to now bring us 4 pictures out of okay. I'm the spokesman.
Okay, each one sharing their own picture.
No, you have to bring 4 pictures out of your group.
We are bringing 4 pictures.
Okay, cool.
We just see your
First
Oh,
board
they haven't
meeting and we've
decided.
got disagreement.
What will stop us? What will stop us in a year from? What will stop us
What's
from
going to
achieving
be
a year from now?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start and let me put this one here for now. That one is just an addition. So what will stop us is, if you look in this picture, there's a lot of social media things that are represented there. So our idea when we saw that was, social media things bring, first of all, clutter, adolescent mind, lack of fuel, lack of finance, no time, no time goes together with that, lack of light.
But you have all the pictures there.
I'm explaining this, what social media brings.
He's following your example.
So, forget about those, but focus here. Those is just to bring the point across. To say, if we occupy our minds, it becomes something that is cluttered. And our mind idles, it doesn't carry out the mission. And also, we start overthinking things. Like we don't have finances to go to Limpopo, go to KZN, and all of those things, because we have filled our mind with,
Wrong stuff.
Basically. Then we need to sharpen that pencil to not fill ourselves with that. You understand?
Okay, so what's the final picture now?
The final picture is
Now you know, Daniel. Now you know.
He's just learned now. Now he's passing that attitude
focus on
on.
the picture on the focus on the right hand. Yes. The right hand.
Okay, can we put that picture on that chair and go to the next
So,
one?
now we put it here.
It's the first team mindset, guys. This is the when you
Or that was just his part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
So it just proved, if you got all the clutter, what is holding you back from the vision?
You understand this?
Okay,
you
next
demonstrate.
picture.
So mine is an obstacle, like a warrior race, whatever. So yeah, I'm just thinking that, so there's quite a lot of, even those pictures that we had, if you've got, you don't have finance to maybe go to KZN, or wherever, people that's not, they invite you, but then maybe say last time, at the last minute they cancel you. Or they, they're not receptive. They, or it takes a while to walk the journey with them.
There you go. Not long-winded.
Okay, I can't choose between two pictures. This actually ties in what Charlene said about the bee, because basically, if a bee stings you, right, it dies. So if you, basically the word that came to mind was offense. Because not everybody is going to be receptive. So if there's offense, you might just cut off that vision. And then this was eating your seed. I don't know how that works. I was just like, the bee on both sides. So, I don't know.
Let's eat the seed. Let's go with the eggs. You can't eat eggs. You want to
That's the same as
So basically the same principle, if we lose our vision because distracted by the obstacles in life, or we die from the bee that sting you. But basically, in summary, if we're going to lose the vision that we've got here, we will not get to income. Simple. Amen. Can I get an amen, please?
Okay, so just in summary quickly, distraction. So what's going to stop us from getting there is if we get distracted by all these things, you know, and then this talks about the path, the obstacles, stuff getting in the way, and it's going to be difficult. So we need to know. We must be careful not to eat our seed. Allow the chickens to hatch.
What's it?
So here, what am I seeing?
Confusion.
No.
No, because distraction there already. So I think that's also the vision. So keep our eye on the vision. Keep our eye on the vision. Don't get lost along the way. Die because the bee stung you. So even though there's a bee and it does good, we could die along the way. So don't lose it. Eat your seed.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
And then just if we don't keep our eye on the vision, on the end goal, we don't hold on to that vision. Because that's what having a vision is all about. It must draw you. The vision is that like there's an elastic between the vision and where you currently are. And there's got to be tension because it's got to pull you towards that. Not you pulling the vision down.
Keep taking the next step.
Cool. Next group.
Our first one is that we don't dilute the message. There's a clear message, clear vision, and we don't dilute it. Then we don't allow blockages or closures to stop us, obstacles as well, to stop us from moving forward with it. Then we fill ourselves, obviously, with the knowledge, with the spirit, so that we can pour into others. So we're not also get we full, and we don't let the fire go out of what we start.
In summary again here, and keep your eye on the vision. Keep your eye on the vision. If we don't keep the eye on the vision, the fire will go out. Obstacles, there are going to be obstacles. It's not going to be easy. And when I say it's not going to be easy, meaning there's a lot of work. The harvest is live. The country is big. So yeah, know that. And if we're not going to be filled, if we're not going to fill ourselves and look after ourselves and look after each other, so in the part of the Joseph
cup is not running over, you cannot serve others.
Yes. And so part of the Joseph mandate must also be to fill the cups of those other guys, those business leaders out there that are facing challenges and obstacles. We want to help fill their cups as well, like permeate the country with it. So thank you.
Right. Okay, I'm going to represent our team. First of all, money, resources, because how are we going to get to Polokwane or KZN or elsewhere? We need resources. Without them, I think it's going to be a serious challenge. Two is that teamwork is very important, but if we lack teamwork, there's nothing that we're going to achieve. There must be teamwork among us because teamwork is very much important. Without it, we cannot achieve anything. And this picture symbolizes discouragement because this journey won't be an easy one. There'll be moments of discouragement, so discouragement can really work against us. And finally, if we don't have teamwork and if we can't focus, that picture focuses on vision, and then we start to focus on our personal matters. We forget about Joseph's mandate, then I focus on my personal matters, your matters, and then by so doing, then we've lost focus. So those are the 4 pictures that we think.
Thank you.
So just summarize here again, obstacles, it's going to cost. To do this, it's going to cost. If we're not a team, if we don't surround ourselves, and if we, even this team, if we don't grow this team and help wherever we go, that they grow teams, and that we can't be individuals walking alone on ourselves. John Maxwell always says one is too small a number to achieve greatness.
It's just turn that picture upside down.
And then this one was talking about
obstacles.
Discouragement. Discouragement.
He's hanging on the cliff.
He's hanging on a cliff, and it's not easy again.
I thought it was a mountain.
He's rock climbing.
But I thought it was a mountain that climbed.
No, he's rock climbing upside down.
Yeah, because if you look, here's a mountain, the back there is clouds, and he's under the cliff. Discouragement. All right, so let's think about it. What came out clearly here was the vision, keeping your eye on the vision and the message. So definitely, if we don't keep our eye on the vision, it's not going to work. We've got to remind ourselves constantly. We've got to take that vision, you've got to go and write it down somewhere, put it somewhere that you can see it every day. If we don't remind ourselves of that vision every day, so I would really want to encourage you to do that, because
we will get distracted.
Yeah, so I'm not getting press stick anymore. I don't know
because someone's distracted.
Teamwork.
I'm definitely going to put this up.
Definitely, if we lose sight of the vision, it's not going to happen. If we get distracted here, discouragement and distraction. This here was also a distraction. Road closed. Blockages. Yeah, I think obstacles. So distractions, obstacles, I think is on its own. Distractions is on its own. We are going to get distracted, and so that's one thing one must be careful for. I see that in my business. I get distracted quickly. Running in, and I've got to bring myself back and say, wait a minute, what am I actually doing? This is what I'm doing. I'm not doing this stuff and that stuff and that stuff, because it's pulling me away from the vision. So distraction is, I think, a big one. Which picture for distraction? The road closure is actually obstacles. I think this one,
Yeah.
Pretty happy with that. Okay, so if we get distracted, we lose sight of the vision. That's going to stop us. Definitely obstacles came out everywhere. Obstacles, and it's going to be, it's like an obstacle course. Things are going to get in the way. I don't know if we should put money there, because money is money obstacle, but I actually don't think money is an obstacle. Money is not a problem. Jesus never had a problem with money. He's like, if you need money, just go find a fish. If you guys want us to come, this resources will be there, but I think the obstacles, the road closures, people say come and then they don't bring their side, or things happen, or we get that, so which road closures, eh? Yeah. Happy with that? Okay, cool. And then definitely what's coming through very clearly that will stop us is if we don't keep our, we try and do it alone. If we eat the seed, we get burned up. We try and do it alone. We try and do it alone. So it's kind of like it's a picture also of, I mean, we've got to realize that part of the Joseph mandate, part of the vision is for not one person to go out there and do it by himself and come back and be filled and then go and do it again, but as a team to also fill up other teams and igniting a fire elsewhere, filling their cups.
Yes.
So that they, I always think of Jesus saying that to the woman at the well, if you drink from me, you'll never be thirsty again. So it's like what we're spreading is a fire. We want to ignite, and if we don't do that, if we don't keep spreading this fire, igniting, watering each other as a team, it's not going to work. So which picture represents the whole story?
I think the puzzle,
The key.
everything connects together.
If we're not a team,
We're not a
You
team,
can't
we're not
spread
going to
the
keep
fire.
the fire burning, we're not going to fill everyone's cup.
Exactly.
Teamwork.
True.
Because in order for a fire to burn, one piece of coal goes out very low.
I think when Ursh also mentioned about the cup, we must remember that it's also our duty to keep our cup spirit-filled. That's what she said as well. Because
filling ourselves
filling
so that
ourselves
we
so
can
that
follow.
we can
Yeah.
Also
share.
fill.
Maybe the team was on fire together, but the cup is separate, I think.
Now put the
Filling.
teamwork one up and the cup one up.
The filling one for me is
We also have
two different ones.
beats out.
I'll put teamwork and then just make 2 extra blocks of the water in the fire.
It's a team. So if we're not going to be a team and build a team
And make it about
and build
ourselves.
teams,
Because then Basil is going to do it all on his own.
Yeah. He's going to
And last time he told me that he retired. So
If we don't do it,
He retired. He put more new tires on.
every day he retires.
Yeah,
You understand? New wheels are not, accustomed to the road.
you know what happens when you put new tires on your car? You can go again.
You want to go.
No.
But the car is a bit,
So we got to keep the fire burning. We got to.
I think with that one also, although we said we don't really have to look ourselves as individuals, but I think at the end of the day, if you're going to get burnt out as an individual, it will also be an obstacle. That's why it's also important that in the whole process that we also look at our own well-being, spiritually, physically,
Yes.
and mentally as well, because you won't be able to carry forward with this race or on this race if you don't have what it takes.
Yeah. So this also talks to a constant filling.
Yeah.
Constant. You can't fill up
That's
now
it,
and I will see
And the fire, we've got excitement now. At the beginning, there's always
Yeah.
excitement.
Keep that
We
fire
need to
burning.
keep that
it
same excitement and momentum going. So,
So
can't we put both?
There's two
Because
fires
there's
there,
six,
so
one,
one
two,
for one
three,
of one
four,
fire.
five, six.
Let's choose, but they're both saying the same thing. So we're going to choose.
Put the cap on.
Picture.
The easy one to
The cap.
understand is the cap one.
First,
First the
it
cap.
must
For the cap.
happen.
For the
Or not letting the fire go out.
Both is
because the
speaking
water is
to
going to
me.
make the fire go
One
out.
is petrol and
Can you
one
not,
is- I have
can you
one
not
that will
Photoshop them into one?
encompass those two.
Then,
You keep filling.
So, because
Both
we
is-
want to look at that. We're not going to focus too much on the obstacles.
Yeah.
We're just going to bear them in mind. So you want to keep the fire burning and keep your cup full.
Cup full. Fire burning.
keeping your cup
So,
filled will allow you to
I
keep the
think,
fire burning.
I think a lot of what the words that came through here always is igniting.
Yeah.
And you don't ignite a cup of water.
Yeah.
Okay? You ignite a fire. So,
But
so
only
if
a
we're not,
strong person can start a fire
yes.
also, so.
So we've
What a
got to,
smoker.
we've got to keep the fire burning, and we've got to also ignite fires
Yeah.
everywhere. Everywhere. We want to see the whole country burning.
And also if we burn out, that can be an obstacle.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so it's
All right.
true.
That's well done.
Okay, so we've got that. I want to wrap up now because we need to get him out of here on the highway before they close the highway at 1 o'clock. So in wrapping up, I'm going to go and create something that I'll share with you out of this, like a storyboard. We call it a storyboard. But the purpose of all of this is to say, okay, guys. So now, as the board of elders, we understand what the Joseph mandate is. We understand what the vision and the mission is, what our values are. what we want it to look like, what's going to stop us from doing this. We need to now come up with an action plan. And next step, what are we going to do? So now, once we've figured out the what, the how needs to take care of itself. So let's just think of some quick. Let's see. We've got 10 minutes to do this. You all got pens. Has everybody got a pen?
No.
Okay. Here are pens here. Maybe you can just pass some pens around. Okay, I'm going to give you each a sticky book. So I want you to. The rules are, number one, spelling doesn't count. Don't worry about spelling, and worry if you don't spell the word right, don't worry. One concept per page, one word per page if you want to. What can we do? How are we going to make this happen? Some practical things. Practical. What are we going to do?
Can I please have a blue
pen? Oh, blue pen.
And a blue pen to signify a winning.
Yeah.
I hope all the pens work, but they haven't checked it for a long time. So everyone got a book. Right, so quickly, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Whatever thought comes to mind, practical, whatever can we do, ideas, workshops, TV, radio, whatever, podcasts, social media posts, whatever comes to mind, just one concept, peel it off, one word, stick it on the side, just stick them on top of each other, write as many ideas as you can, just let it flow. So whatever you can think of, just write them down. Try and write clearly, because I'm going to have to try and read what you wrote there. Once you've written it, peel it off, just stick them on top of each other, and I'll collect them. You've got 2 minutes. How are we going to do this stuff? How are we going to bring this stuff this 1 year thing?
Because I will present that supposed to write one page.
One idea per page, one idea, the next idea, next page, next idea, next page, just as many things. The rules are, spelling doesn't count, there's no stupid idea, one word per concept, anything you can do.
What we need to do, what we can do.
What do you think you can do? Some examples, some ideas, some practically, give people water bottles, whatever, matches. You think of your ideas.
Do people still read books?
Lots of people,
Yes, people do still read.
People do those.
have a library in my house.
You know what's the nicest thing about nowadays? You can ask ChatGPT to give you a book summary and practical steps out of books. I use that a lot. That's incredible. That's incredible. So summarize the book and give me 5 action steps that I can apply from this book, and yes, comes up with amazing stuff. And then you can make it read that to you in audibly voice as well, so you can listen to it. Okay, I'll give you another 15 seconds. So 15 seconds. 10. 5. Come, one more idea. One more. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Cool. Done. Thanks. You've got lots of ideas here. Time's up.
Joseph mandate coffee.
Can I ask you guys just to mention this side, because I want to stick on the window.
Let's move the chairs for you.
No, leave them there.
What do you
just bring these, just sit there inside. That's all. I just want to use this window to stick these things on. Okay, you all got a seat. Each person got a seat. Okay, so here, those that mandate golf shirts. I'll put that here. Okay, so here, business and church visits. Okay. Podcasts. Signs.
On this?
What was this one? Okay, golf shirts, signage, that kind of goes together, signs, golf shirts. Involvement. What was the idea behind involvement?
Getting personally involved, not just being, saying, putting it on a platform.
Okay, so can we put that with church visits and business visits and those kind of things? Inclusion, so including everybody, church visits, businesses, that's kind of the same. Diversity, so also church visits, inclusion, all goes together. Social media can go up here with shirts and golf shirts and what was the other one, signs? What's that sound? Yeah. No, shirts. That was shirts. My dyslexia is really keen today. Training sessions. So training, I think. Do we put it? Okay, let's leave that one as one of its own. Workshops. That's kind of something on its own. Church networking. Church visits. Networking is the same. Same one there. Business networking. Similar. Government support and buy-in. So church visits, government, businesses, so buy-in, everybody, inclusion, diversity. Going live on media, so that's social media, advertising, science, team building. Team building could be part of workshops, training, and team building. Or was that team building within ourselves?
Yeah, with ourselves.
With ourselves, so.
On its own.
But it's.
The training as well would be with us.
Let's leave it there. I'm not sure. I don't know what that says. Social media again. Can you figure it out? Because possibly
Something for distribution.
Visiting different
Distribution, won't it be like to, what is distribution?
It's
Maybe
workshops.
sending out of like water bottles, pamphlets, whatever.
Administration, who's there with that?
The output there, you need someone on a team that's going to actually administrate things.
Okay,
Like a hub that's going to sort things out.
administration, that's separate from all the others. Activation, conference, so workshops, training, conference, team building sessions. Mentorship or mentors, do we keep that, you want to keep mentors separate from training and workshops and
Yeah,
all that?
mentor is different.
Or is it the same?
I think it's different. Mentorship is different from training.
I think it's more one-on-one, but it's still, it was my idea, but it's more one-on-one, but it does fit in with the training because it's
So, okay,
it's the
so
same.
mentorship, I think also because we want to get to a point where you know exactly, raise up ambassadors, so that could be also,
It's PDF for distribution.
Oh, PDF.
It looks like PDF for distribution. That's what I think.
okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense, There's somebody wrote this, so.
Yeah. That person can't read their own handwriting. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, really now actually.
So put it there by signs and.
PDF, so social media.
Yeah.
This was podcasts, I think that kind of goes together.
Yeah, because it's with your social media type of thing.
To raise up ambassadors, so that's to have.
So the thought
key
is to
leaders.
have leaders in churches or
Yeah.
leaders
Yeah.
in places where they can create their own momentum in that place.
It's kind of almost separate from the training and stuff because it's, you think it could go under administration? Because it's like in each
It
church
would be
we want
in that.
somebody who's going to be responsible, a key person
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
So that could be part of administration because.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
Okay, well, it's okay, we get the point, it's fine, it's fine at that point. Online training, again, training sessions, advertising, I'm just gonna link outside. Demo missions,
I think it's going beyond the denomination, not in church like we are looking at focus, but just going beyond.
Okay, so linking beyond, so this is government,
With
church,
diversity.
going beyond, all right then. Connect with business forums, again, that's going into business. Regional events,
I think this one, yeah, the training.
The third one, yeah.
Training. Coffee meetups.
Hey.
Team building. Offer help. So that's could be that support.
Administration.
Administration. Okay, cool. Podcasts again, that's the ones that are up already. I'm just going to put here soup kitchens.
It's one that also be what they have. What was it other one that we put just now? It was help.
Offer help.
I think it was.
So soup kitchens. Was that your idea?
No. It's
okay. What were you thinking there?
So
You just want to cook.
So we normally do have, like with students connected, we normally do have active kitchens or something. So use the Joseph mandate to be like included in that. So it's not just you're going to give out food, you're sharing the message as well.
And it's networking with churches and
Yeah, so it's an idea for churches that
incorporates the mandate into church.
Another one.
Something.
Yeah. Connecting with ministries and.
Hold each other accountable.
That could be part of training, training sessions, so to put all of that in place. Support networks.
Yeah.
The last one, yes, the last one.
Testimonies. That could go under advertising. Okay. Don't forget, if you wrote it, you knew the idea behind it. So if what I'm putting in is wrong, just tell us, because you had the idea.
Oh yes, we have to go take back when I.
We can go back to the PDF one, because we tried to.
It's too late, is it? Because we want you on the highway. Mentorship, we've got praying daily. So praying daily is support.
I don't know though. Whose idea?
It could be also like under administration, because what I added in mine was like Pastor Oliver's challenge a few years ago. We as a church played at 12 o'clock. So if we have something, for example, on our website, 5 o'clock in the morning, first thing we do is pray for the mandates. Then like everybody sees it. And the more people we share with, we introduce that idea to
So we want that to be part of the admin or part of a training.
maybe the training, because we want to impart it to
Yes,
everybody that
part of our training curriculum is that we pray daily for our businesses. Right, cool. Right, then work hard. None of us know how to do that.
That's administration.
So that's yeah, it could be, but it speaks also
it's
to
encouragement for the
it speaks to,
administrator.
Working, work hard. That's cool. Use social media, we've got that there. Schedule, that could be admin. Let's put it here, because we need to create a schedule, like a calendar. Read the Bible for more direction, so that speaks to prayer as well. Okay. Share often with others, so that's also just like sharing, getting the message out. Remember the goals, keep your eye on the vision. Follow the training, praying daily, reading the Bible daily, staying focused is similar there. Inspire others often, so that's the daily reading. Social media, social media needs to be inspirational and the message that goes on needs to inspire people. Stay connected, that's the networking side there. Be disciplined, we've got that also, discipline, the daily stuff. Pray and fast, posters, part of advertising, we got that upside down. Family? Family?
Yeah, I put it, the idea was, like my brothers also said, not everybody is within organizing Christian, but you've got people that you can share with, that can help you with networking. So their family and friends, we can put it under networking, because they can also help you, through this thing.
Okay, so networking for these friends as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's all part of your networking.
Survey, ask people their thoughts, and so survey, we haven't had that yet, feedback. Yeah, feedback, so maybe we can do that under admin as well. Because I think that's important. To wherever we go, we need to evaluate the situation. Yeah. Because different places may have different challenges.
Yes.
I mean, in Benoni we got different challenges to you in Pretoria.
Definitely.
And especially even...
We've got too many Lion supporters.
You don't have a Google team. Group feedback monthly, that's cool, and the admin as well. Audio, video,
social media.
2 minutes.
Social media.
Devo, like a little audio that can be sent out.
Yes. So that's also, on the social media, we need to have like nice social media stuff that goes out regularly, 2-minute stuff. There's software that can do that. They take your whole, this session, puts it into 2-minute slots. Training, we've got training there as well. We've got workshops, social media, Facebook, Instagram, we've got promotional gifts.
Everybody loves freebies.
So when we visit the church, we give them a pack or something.
That PDF for distribution.
There we go. Oh, no. We were debating that.
Bookmarks.
Process of elimination was you. You were just.
I thought it was pot.
We thought it was pot. So.
They're hungry.
No, he's not pot like weed. Like weed.
Here's one came up, school workshops, so we haven't got schools anywhere there already. Okay, so I think, is anyone, did anyone share something here that I haven't got up that's different? Okay, so 5 to 12, we're almost done. So I think our way forward, definitely, we're going to come up with a campaign, visibility, create that. So think about this. We're going to have to do a follow-up meeting from today. And it could be an online meeting, we could do an hour online, or we could get together again to make it a little bit more practical. But basically what's come through here definitely is we need a presence, we need a brand, we need social media, we need posts, we need something that can go out regularly.
We have a website, we need to now expand on that website with all the other stuff. Tying in, pointing people with the different going out with the message.
We need training, we need some, this is networking. So networking, so connecting, somehow we need to get into networks, church networks, business networks, schools, that kind of thing. So think about how we can do that and what we can, so all of our social media will create. The content we create needs to trigger these guys to want to come back and be part and connect with us. We need to put together some kind of a training workshop. The Joseph Mandate training that people can take, put in their church, like that be,
and then it can expand.
And then we need to put a system in place. A system that will keep us accountable, that will show us what to do, that will measure, that will constantly give us feedback. So processes and systems in place. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly take a photo of this. So what I want you to go and do is just to go and pray about what happened today. Just let it sink in. It's not that difficult. There's like 4 things. It's 4 things we've got to do. It's not that difficult. It's actually going to be easy, really is, and believe me, we've already got all this.
A lot of wasted post-its just to get to 40.
Amongst us, we can do this. So guys, think about what that can look like. We'll go and sit together, and we'll work on this. And when we get together again next time, if you wouldn't mind coming through from Pretoria, it would be nice to rather do it face to face. 2 hours again, 2-3 hours.
Maybe we should all get in the car and go to Pretoria.
No, you can come wearing his blue shirt.
They will not accept your passports.
Before we wrap up, Pastor Ollie is going to serve communion to us, but I just want to give you 2 insights. Number 1, there are 7 core values. How about you allocate each core value to 1 day of the week? And every day you set as your goal for the day to imprint that core value upon your life and the life of your family.
Okay.
By a couple of weeks down the line, when we get together again, you're all going to know all the core values.
It's not only going to be Daniel that knows it.
He just knows integrity.
Yeah, but he's an overachiever. He knows
He is.
Hey, you know.
All right, and here's some homework that I want to give you. So I trust that you're paying attention. I'm going to give you 2 examples. Let's say, for example, that Carl and I get invited to come and share the Joseph Mandate at Pastor Ruben's church. And we phone you up and we say, we would like you to go with us, and you've got 15 minutes to come and speak on the Joseph Mandate and the impact that it has had on your life so far, or the impact that it's had on somebody else's life that you've observed. Okay, so go think about that, because we'll randomly phone you up and say, we'd like you to go with us. We're going to Pofada, and we want you to come with us. You'll be good company to us, and you'll be able to share. So will you do that? Okay. The other one related to that is, let's say we get invited into a business setting where a business owner says, I'd like you to come and share the Joseph Mandate with my staff. Because if you look at all of those core values, then you'll see that we know that the underlying thing is spiritual. But those values can be applied in every single business and every single family to change the lives of people. I think some of you have heard me say that I've been invited to speak on the 10 keys to success in business, and I go there and I speak for an hour, and every success formula comes from the scriptures.
Oh, yes.
And you present it to people, and in America at the moment they've got this thing, it just makes common sense. If you do those things, it makes common sense that is the way things are going to prosper. Yeah? So you would do that. So number one of the core values for every day of the week. Number two, if we take you along to a business, to a school, to a church, wherever, what would you say to the people in the 15 minutes that you have? And we're definitely going to take you along. You know, we're such a nice, diverse group that we can literally go into every setting and make a meaningful impact on people's lives. But that's when it then starts multiplying and proliferating. And what's our key word? Remember, the big word for today is what? Diametrically opposed. But we're not going to use that word anymore. We're just going to say groot woord. And everybody will know what we mean.
Big word.
All right, so we're good for that. We're going to have a time of communion. And as Pastor Oliver prepares, I just want to say thank you to certain key people today. Number one, Carl, for everything you've done for us today. Carl, absolutely brilliant. Theo, for secretly behind the scenes there, putting down the video.
You are all busted.
And then, of course, I must mention Daniel. He's the press stick distributor.
PDF.
So we want to appreciate him, but I really want to appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for making the time, because that's the thing we spoke about. What do you value in your time? Okay, Pastor Oliver.
Can I please ask, can we maybe create a group so that we can...
A WhatsApp group, yeah.
You've got the vision, you've got the job, I will give you all the numbers. Thank you.
It was sticky notes.
So we can put all those, the homework and everything on there.
Homework share on the group.
And in fact, if you've downloaded the app and you've logged in, you can go to the group and see everybody's numbers, and you can create a WhatsApp group to do that.
But not WhatsApp, Telegram.
Telegram.
But I don't think everyone's on Telegram yet, so.
I am.
Which one of the WhatsApp?
Yeah. WhatsApp's always easier because everyone's got WhatsApp, but will you be able to migrate back to WhatsApp?
Yeah.
So you're only on Telegram. Yeah. So we use Telegram. We invite those who are not on Telegram. Okay.
Okay.
If you've never used Telegram, it's a lot nicer in any case. Thanks, Pastor.
Okay, so at the end of the day, it all boils down to what Jesus did on the cross for us. Anything that we do, if it doesn't go back to the cross, it's pointless. So it's what Jesus done in our lives, and that's what we take further. So as we take it, we're all going to take it together, because we all agree and we're saying, Jesus, it's because of you That's why we're here. That's why we're doing what we're doing. This Joseph mandate is not so much about a vision or a dream or something like that, as much as it's actually about Jesus. So let's never forget that. So Lord, we just want to thank you, God, that we can remember what you did for us on the cross. Lord, we never want to take it for granted, and we never want to just keep it to ourselves. We want to always share that further. Lord, your body was broken for us, and so even we are sent out, Lord, as your body, Father, to bring healing, to bring fullness, and to bring the gospel of the forgiveness of sins. And there's a better way. There's a Jesus way, Lord, and I ask, Lord, that we'll take that, Lord, and as we take communion this afternoon, just to close this session, Lord, we say it's all about you. Thank you that you make us whole. Thank you that you have forgiven us. And I ask, Lord, that we'll never just keep it to ourselves, but we'll always take it further to those that need to hear. So we thank you for this. We celebrate your body. Thank you for what you've done for us. In Jesus' name. Amen.
Just as a matter of administration, if I may ask that if we can just together get all the chairs back in here, we know the way it's normally organised. We can get all the cups and saucers to the kitchen, that'll be great, and go safely, and we look forward to spending more time with you soon.